Today we'll be discussing how to become a winner in a trading. Okay, three major steps you're gonna do in trading, and I guarantee you, after 1 month, you're gonna be not the same person in trading. Before we dig deeper, my name is Mo. A daily talk, almost daily, I talk about stock market. I use trades tools such as sentiment, volume. We use basic simple strategies in the markets, the VWAP, the profiles, the trend lines, the sentiment. So basically we leverage psychology. I help people in the market to gain control over their trades, over the mentality, the personality, and figure out an independent edge for each one of them. So before we dig deeper, let's review back what we have discussed yesterday, right? So we discussed yesterday, is this market gonna drop? And exactly like this dropped, okay? So it dropped to the VWAP, and that's why the VWAP is sometimes is so powerful. And after that, it went higher, right? And after it went higher over here is this crazy. We have even drawn on our chart. We didn't change anything after the FOMC meeting of the Federal Reserve. The Jerome Powell has said a couple of stuff which was upsetting. Nothing changes. No real data over here in terms of what actually gonna happen. So Fed stops the interest rates and decrease it, right? And this is very important. So if you saw me confused, sometimes I have right now a couple of my friends also trading next to me, and I hear them also at the same time. So it is sometimes it confuses me. So yeah, don't be worried. And let's check first of all the stream if it's working properly. So let's go to YouTube and check the stream if it's working. So let's check it. Hakuna Matata. This is a great live. So this is great. So we done some correction over here. So we're looking for higher, way higher over there. So for me, as first when I start my trading, is I check all my position, and that is we're gonna be doing that's also live, right? So let me log into my broker. I use interactive broker over here for trading, and which is very interesting in terms. There is too many providers, right? And one of them I like the interactive broker because it's give me the opportunity to trade multiple things, right? One of them is options and so on. Right now I'm not into option this much, so I'm not sharing a lot. I'm still learning option, so I want to be transparent with you guys. So I'm still learning options, and one day I will be also sharing with you how you can leverage the data from option, right? Not the option trading itself also, but also how you can leverage it in a safe environment. Okay, option either is there is zero DTE option, and how this also can ruin your life, right? So the first thing, let's check our position. So the spike could go 6,000, still how much percentage to the upside? Okay, still some percentage to the upside. The only thing is very crazy is Meta. Where is Meta standing? Still Meta trying to push. We are below the value area. So the thing is only pissing me off is Meta. Okay, I don't know what was this, but still. So let's check out the money flow. And if you're asking all this Disco chart as is simpler than you think. Okay, right now downstairs the accelerator which you see is this money flow slope, which I have modified with different stuff, coloring and stuff, structure, sloping, adding some potential bears, and all the logic is public in my trading view, how I done it and so on. So if you want to learn more about it, so when it is low below 20, as is undervalued, basically said money is flowing out and as is undervalued. In general, the context is always important of the market, but in general, that's being said as true. When it is above 80 over here, you see when we reach 80, it's correct itself, right? It's just too much money in it and euphoria. And as Warren Buffett said, if the this is too true to be good, then we should exit. And the same over here. As is just very simple way to figure out where the accumulation, distribution and tops and the bottoms of the market are. I think knowing that is still a lot in trading. So we want to be sure over here. So the matter, I don't like matter right now, is just pretty pissing me off, right? Just if it went to 80, I'm pretty happy with it. Uh, and if we went to $1.08, I'm also gonna be pretty happy, but let's see what's happened, obviously, right? We could go lower, right, and then higher. So the red and the blue line basically said those are both of them is very simple. They are limit orders. So it is also one of my indicator calculating the limit orders places based on the charts and the price and the candles, right? Nothing more. So it is not actually order book. It's just looking at the charts and figuring out where the limit order potentially could be. So that's being said, let's go and also check avatar. Avatar, what's you doing? So when you look on the left side, either you see green line. It's also very important key in trading view. Okay, I'm using the platform called trading view for my analysis and so on. And when you see upstairs over here, market open. Okay, if you have the real-time data provided or not, if it's standing D, when we go like for example to ES, right, you're gonna see live, but its data is delayed. So approximately you are 5 to 10 minutes delayed. So don't worry, at the end we will be discussing about the three things which you need to do it as a trader to win. So you will be not missing it out. So first of all, we're gonna check all position because the market says open the last hour. The first 30 minutes I don't take any trades anyway. Just watch, react, prepare myself. So it's for me, it's like nothing the first 30 minutes. So first of all, I was focused on the day trading, and the day trading stuff is very difficult mentally and stressful. I had some edge in it, and I need to be continuing. Right now, my life is not possible with the entrepreneurship and also trading, universities and stuff, and doing my own projects. Right now, I'm working on a project where you can use new sentiment for your advantage, right? Is I have a couple of stuff over there, some edge over there, and I'm trying to make it publicly soon as possible with you guys, which is very interesting. And I'm doing also a couple of other tools to figure out the losing streaks, to figure out the probabilities of your strategies, and so on. And this is gonna be all for free for you guys. Just I want from you to give a like, comment down below which tool should I develop next for you, which one do you miss and wish you had. Write it in a comment and I will check it. Who knows, maybe I develop it for you. So hodl, so let's check out hodl. Over here, hodl is a company which is basically stacking Solana. Okay, like MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is for Ethereum, right? And Bitcoin. I think, is it Bitcoin? Does it? I think they're stacking Bitcoin and Ethereum also. And the hodl is does it for what's called It does it for Solana, the coin Solana. So what I see over here, we reach our target, but we want to see the overall. Right now, it looks for me, it's pretty healthy, to be honest. So it looks for me it's pretty healthy, right? So we want to check it again, how the things is developing. We have a couple of resistance to the upside, the biggest one around $4.20, but what we gonna see here, we go right now, we are in the 4 hour, we go to the 30 minutes, how the 30 minute is developing, right? Always work yourself from higher time frame to the lower time frame, right? So we were on the 4 hour. Okay, is this consolidating? Is some room for the downside? Okay, okay, what we said, we're gonna exit some over here. Okay, 60% plus, we want to be out over here. If you ask yourself why 60% plus, it's just simpler than you think. It's just understand where the key areas, okay, are, where majority of resistance are, right? Look at the left side. Always look at the left side. This is simpler than you think. Look at the left side. How many times we touched over there? Is it a resistant level? Is it a well-respected resistant level? And so this one will be decreasing to here, and we want to be over here 90% out. So we want to be 90% out, and if it happens we go higher, it's great. Why I'm saying that, when we go to the weekly, okay, we see a clear downtrend. Okay, clear downtrend, push always sideways, a lot of high pushed, now to the downside, right, getting slapped. That's very important to understand and see it. So let's check when we're talking about Solana. Let's check also Solana, because a couple of alert yesterday has been triggered in the live stream. We took yeah, as I think is it still potential for lower for Solana, right? I still see this one over here, right? I still see this area. So let's push it like this. Okay, remove this so you can see it, right? Still like lower prices there, right? But let's check the volume and stuff. The volume on the 4 hourly is just not that impressive. It's not impressing me. So we need to be for a while in a drawdown over here on Solana. Now let's check Baba. So we have Baba over here. Let's put the Heiken candles and let's move to the 1 day chart, right? Still getting the rejection. Still getting that rejection from Baba, right? Oh yeah, this is Baba. We need to go back to Baba, and so yeah, still could go lower, right? We want to see the reaction over here. Either we're gonna do this, and you can enter it, or we're gonna go down to the triangle button, right? It's the right now the reaction. Let's see 2 times manipulation over there, and then to the higher, right? That's very important. So Baba, is this okay? Check CC, pre-market, post-market. We need to check the economic. And before we go to the continuation, so yeah, over here we see the VIX went up and low. So I think it could go lower as we were expected even to 8. If that's happened historically, that's gonna be crazy. So I would immediately sell if we went down that low. I'm gonna exit almost 95 position of my stocks if we went to 9 because I know immediately it's gonna jump back. Okay, that's very important to understand. So let's check the economic calendar for today. We said core PCE is coming, and we even can check it on the left side, right? Because today personal consumption core PCE is the same. Personal income has increased, so people will be spending more. Personal spending monthly last month was negative, and that way this month is we're spending less. Yeah. So I think we expect for August is this gonna be increase in it, right? So let's check the YouTube live stream also to remind us if everything is still working probably. Accordingly, let's check if it's ever. Oh yeah, that's it's being said. VIX is gonna go high. The VIX is gonna go high, and eventually, and if it's go low, gonna exit non-farm payroll on Friday tomorrow, which is also important. So today this is still pretty much red, and we wanted to check the CC. The coca, the coca, Pablo Escobar, la coca. So let's check la coca. Is it coca? No, this is not the coca. This one. The Remorse Company. So let's see what's going on. It could go lower because we have a parallel channel, right? We're right now on a 4 hourly. Okay. It need to be respected over here, otherwise way to the low. So how do I draw my parallel channel, right? It's basically very simple, simpler than you think. So basically we have a visualize it, right? Where the top area is, or where the most respected area could be also based on the past. If we draw it like this, right? And we can see over here is clearly that it is gonna be a peak, one touch, two touch, three touch, four touch, and a couple of touches over here. So we need only major two touches over here to determine if a trend line. There we need only two touches. More touches is better, but we usually need only two touch. And you're gonna figure out and use a little bit your imagination, and this comes with experience. That's why you need to put the reps in it to figure out where the majority of things is gonna be. The majority of traders lines, where the people thinks the line's gonna be, is basically said it's a very simple look for the touch, wait for the confirmation, and sometimes it's too late, right? Don't wait too long. Don't depends on your strategy. If you're scalping, something different. If you're swinging, then wait for some 30-minute confirmation, right, before entering any trades. That's being said, so yeah, it could go lower, right? Okay, what else do we have? Let's check visit. Okay, visit is just like playing with us, huh? Visit likes to play. Okay, is this pushing? How many times this got respected? Not that a lot, right? If we went to the daily, we had some manipulation. Right now, could be that we are at the resistance. Let me check. This one is not valid anymore. This one is not valid anymore. But this one, right? Is this one valid? Is this one valid? Okay. This one is more valid. So how would you draw like this time? As it has respected this bottom. Sometimes it respects more the first three. How to know it? When you see the reaction, look at it. If something feels wrong about this parallel channel like this, it feels right. So you know it feels right. A lot of touches and bounce. So another thing when you see watch this is to look for consolidation. When we watch separate this, okay, this whole area is kind of been consolidating, right, from here to here. And when you see the such as consolidation phase, you go to the profile, you pull it from the start to the end, okay, and you see where exactly are. Right now we are pushing from the profile, and then you top it up with the VWAP. We are getting rejected by the VWAP. So then you use other indicators and tools to figure out. And don't forget, all indicators are lagging. And when they are saying lagging indicator, mostly of those crap people watching the 1 second chart. So you cannot predict based on the 1 second chart. The indicators are powerful, not all of them, but some of them, profile, VWAP, money flows, and so on. Right, the limit orders I have, they are very powerful to figure out. Right now it's just telling me a lot of people have bought, right? It's giving me even more confidence. Is this gonna push higher, right? Not that high, maybe. Or let me close this. Not that high, but probably higher to here, getting some rejection, or it's gonna break through it, pull it to support to the value area high. And this is very important for me to see that's too, right? And that's being said, let's check this out, right? This is great. It's great to see it, right? It took me years to figure that out because I have tried dozen of indicators and so on. Incredible, tremendous amount of indicators to figure out which one is the perfect. And right now I'm giving you the shortcut. Many people ask for the shortcut. Here is it. So use two of them and the money flow over here. And even you can get it for free. Leave a comment below, and everyone who is commenting over here can get up to 3 months of my indicator over here, which I'm using downstairs. So all my trades are public and you can follow it anyways. Not all of them, almost all of them. That's being said, let's check also something else out. And DXY, we see that DXY is gonna, oh, look at this. What a beauty. What a beauty. And on DXY, we wanna be careful over here. And couple of alerts here. Couple of alerts here. Yeah, I think it's gonna go lower. And when it's go lower, S&P 500 gonna be pushed. Great, good, yes, no. Because the SP 500 is always extended. It's too much extended. So yeah, anyways, let's check out the MSI board, right? First of all, what we do, go to the monthly. Go to the monthly level. And whoa, since 2008, and when we pull the monthly over here, it has been consolidating. Look at this. This has been forever going up there. Okay. Consolidating, getting respected over here. And let's add this view. Okay. And let's remove it again. So it was flowing out. So, right. You want to do also here clear. Let's go to weekly. Look at this. Just respect it very well. Just getting respected pretty much very well, right? And yeah, it's getting very well respected over here, which we like. We like respected stuff. We like if it's technically getting respected. So MSCI award is probably the most overextended shit ever. The economy is just fucking growing too fast. DXY, okay, we don't care that DXY. So this is pretty overextended over here. So what we're gonna do, let's do over here. If it comes down below here, get to the value area low, couple of confluences we have here, and we could target this. But does our other technicals support that? Okay, look always at the other technicals. Even I'm gonna be interested in this. And look at this. You're seeing right now live how I put my trades together, right? Okay. Compound trade over here. We'll be compounding over there. People are interested in selling here, compounding here. Before even go lower, always put your alerts before you actual position, because sometimes it's front running. The concept of front running is before reaching the position by one standard deviation or two standard deviations, is always front run it, right? And don't listen to your professor in a university in terms when it's coming to trading and investing. There are two pair of shoes, and you need to be very careful when you listen to people. So the first lesson is who you are listening to, right? No one is right. Okay, the first lesson in trading, no one is right. Is there like a text? Let's go to here. And let me prepare something for here. So I can open our usual moral world. So So let's put some boxes over here. No one. Okay, let's put it bigger, 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 bigger. No one is right in trading. Only, only trust yourself, okay? So always trust yourself is that's the most key important thing is trading. So what I have learned, there is people with 10 years, 20 years in experience and promoting they are good in trading. And there is people like Warren Buffett. His strategies works only for him. You don't have millions and millions of dollars to go there and buy companies for cheap. So if you have $100 or 10K, you're still not competing this much, right? So he goes a lot of money, 10, 20, 50, 100, 150 millions. Okay. And when you see his company worth 500, because as his economy situation, he cannot have funding the company goes down in value and he comes with 150, 250 million because he knows it is worth twice this much or three times as much, right? And his strategy worked like this. If you have 10K, 100K, you cannot compete. So you need to figure out another thing. And in trading, some people you need to be. The second thing is you need to be open minded. It's very important. Be open minded, right? So how we come up to this is you need to be open minded and listen without getting influenced. So what do I mean by this? Okay, there is a lot of people promoting trading. They share their opinion, including myself, right? I always say, don't copy my trade. So that is gonna be the third thing, copying trades, right? So we're gonna go back to the become open-minded. Okay, don't copy trading. Okay, don't copy trading. Okay, so you need to be open-minded. One, only trust yourself and trading. Okay, your opinion matter than everyone else's opinion. So lately I was talking about this trade over here. As a friend of mine. Okay, let's go to the 30 minutes. Okay, we were expecting it go lower. We have expected it to go higher because in general it's go higher. Predicting going higher is not that difficult. Predicting it going lower is much more difficult. So we expected to go this high, we expected it to go low, and we said yesterday, after sweeping that right, okay, it could potentially go much higher. And I have said that exact words, okay? And why I'm saying that again, because someone else was his other opinion, it's just gonna go higher. But he missed out, it's gonna go lower. Were he wrong? No, his strategy was waiting for confirmation and entering it. This is also right, right? So that's why it's very important from the context. Who is doing it? So the other thing is copy trading confuse you, okay? Gives you, okay, let's say gives you false confidence. Okay, when you copy trade people and so on, watch it, Telegram, etc., whatever, just be sure it is gonna confuse you and give you false confidence, and you go into trading, you put 15K into your trading and you're gonna be losing your money straightforward because you are a unique person and each person deserves his own attention to his strategy, style, mindset, structure, timing. You need an edge also. All of this are important. So many people say you don't need psychology. That is again lesson, don't get influenced because you need psychology. You need to figure out who you are, what you want. Okay, some people is gonna be copy trading. Okay, copy trading in which context? Are you copy trading yourself? Are you copy trading other people? Do you understand what the strategy, what the game of copy trading is? Always understand the game before you enter it, right? Understand the rules. And of trading, there is too many rules. And one simple rule is no one is right. You should always understand it. Put your ego aside and be open minded. And don't copy trades. It's going to give you false confidence. It's going to drain you from your money. There is a ton of people, signals out there, and so on. You can look at my trades, don't copy it, but learn from it how I trade and I see the market, right? That is very important. Yeah, and sound, let's decrease the noise. So always, sometimes you, if you have too many indicators, also noise, right? Be careful when you're using indicator. Don't use it too much. Understand when you use each one of the indicators, right? What your strategy is. So back in the days, what I have done is just like I had an Excel sheet with all my different strategies and indicator, and each day I traded different strategy. I tested it, back tested it with paper money, and then I figured out my own strategy, my own style. I know, okay, this one is not working. I don't like this. This one not working. This one is need adjustments. This one is was a false lie, just lied to you. And there is when you go and trade it. I have back tested the strategy 1,000 times, and we made 30% return. We made 300% return, and so on. They don't calculate the fees, the slippage, the market condition, because the back testing bias is okay, what's happened in the past is gonna happen again. Not true. Market rhymes, but it doesn't repeat itself. So we need to understand that very carefully, right? When we backtest stuff, it is very important to understand is not going to happen in the future. So that's why we use different tools, and different tools in a specific order, in a specific structures, to figure out exactly when to enter this trade. If you can either enter this trade, or should you wait a little bit more. That's why using different tools, right? So we want to have a confluence, different ones telling us the same scenarios, the same future story potentially, right? And you can even use the moving averages and MACDs to predict you direction. And it is thing as is you need to capabilities of visualizing how the MACD is gonna work into future, and you need to have so many hours into the market, so you know exactly when this pattern happened with this specific sector, with a specific stock or crypto, and then the market moves, right? That's also important to understand that. So one thing I want to share it also with you, the sound is right now is here. We said it's gonna go lower. This is kind of it wants to go lower, getting rejections a couple of times. So I'm gonna exit sound also probably. We are on the 4 hourly, so let's check the 4 hourly. If we went below here, okay. Okay, I see also another scenario over here when we go to the weekly. Okay, always look, as we said, we work ourselves in a higher time frame to lower ones. Yes, see, it could go up to $5 or $6 here. And I can even see a potential, a huge parallel channel. For me, it's like everything is parallel channel. I love those parallel channel. Oh, look at this. We are back. We bounced from the middle of the channel, trying to go higher, going back to the middle of the channel. being said, okay, let's now turn on the indicators. A lot of interest over there. But so the problem is, I'm asking myself, why should it go higher? If people are interested in buying it, the volume increase over here, the buying volume, and the decrease in selling volume. So if we went lower over here to the nines, I will buy it again. Right now, I don't like it and how it is structuring below the power channel. So yeah, I love how you can zoom in based on the market cap. And I'm gonna be back soon. And then we're gonna analyze my couple of my cryptos. I'm back. And what we have everything else here is we got this one. Yeah, as we expected it, Canadian CNQ. So let's check the CNQ. Sorry for it takes some time. So it's very important to relax while you're trading also. You're a human being. So, yeah, I'm closing this shit also. I don't like it at all. This is the late data. So let's see. Let's now do a couple of cryptos. Let's check out Bitcoin. So so Bitcoin is the same, still the point of control, taking the control. So another thing I was thinking about, forgot it too. I wanted to do it myself, right? And I think I'm gonna also share one strategical way of risk management, right? When it's coming to risk management, there is a couple of ways you're gonna do it. One is when using leverage in crypto, many people get liquidated the shit out of them. I'm not joking. It is like the market is like to liquidate the newbies in the market, who the newcomers. It's like Hakuna Matata, the circle of life. Everyone knew, even myself. I'm not excluded. I got scammed many times by the market itself. So what I mean is like it's like to liquidate you, right? So one thing is, okay, let's say we have an account which is your account. Let's say, just say for simplicity, let's say $1,000. So yeah, let's say $1,000. So let's say $1,000, and let's say the optimal risk. Okay, optimal risk. Okay, institutional level. Optimal optimal risk is 1 to 2%, which is great. 1 to 2%. Okay. Of this means, okay, if you calculate it, it is gonna be $10 to $20 on 1,000 account, right? In our example, this is gonna be $10 to $20. So why I'm saying that, okay, this is right now is gonna get more clear. So how many position you need to have? Okay, let's say, so 10 to 12 position at that time. Okay, and why 10 to 12 times is now is coming also the win rate. Okay, you need to know your strategy win rate. My win rate is 83%, depends on the strategy. Okay, and risk reward ratio. Okay, let's add it. And I have 1 to 2.5 RR in average. Okay, this is my RR. Okay, then my risk reward ratio. So I know this, and now we know, okay, multiplied, okay, the maximum which I can lose, okay, okay, the max I can lose is over here. Max I can lose. How, write in the comments how much you think I can maximum lose. As it's basically said, 2%, okay, which I'm risking $20, multiplied by 12 position, okay. But as we know how likely it is to happen, as it's pretty not that likely, because we're gonna be multiplying that by the probability of, okay, of the probability of that is happening is, we said we are 83, the probability is 70%, okay, 70% likelihood, likely likely likelihood that happens, okay. And is this we have over here is very important. So we have over here 12 multiplied by $20, okay, and it's gonna be $240, right? Okay, so the max we can lose is 240 at any given times, okay, or equivalent approximately to 25% drawdowns, okay. Let me check if I have it also here, the law of drawdowns. Okay, here is it, the law of drawdowns. Okay, when we have a 25%, okay, when 25%, then we need approximately 33%, okay, to get back to break even, okay. So that's being said, okay, the law of drawdowns is taking at, we need max of 33% to go back to break even. So where we have same amount of the loss. So it means we can, so the probability of we blowing our account, okay, is 0.17 multiplied, okay, by 0.17 multiplied by 0.17. Why 25%, and how likely is that happening? Okay, if we calculate that, okay, basically said 0.7 multiplied by 0.7 multiplied by 0.7 multiplied by 0.17 and multiplied by 100, the likelihood we lose our account, okay, the likelihood we lose our account, okay, and blow it totally, okay, it is at 0.083%. It's pretty almost zero. It is a pretty 0.1% that we're gonna lose. Okay, four times in a row, 12 position size, right? It's very important. I know it'll be right now it's getting quite mathematical and advanced, but you don't need to do that, right? So we know, okay, the maximum we can lose, okay, is this, okay, and the likelihood we'll lose all of that is great. Why I have done this? Because I have realized 2 days ago that my accounts, not only my accounts, my position sizes was off. So I had, instead of 2%, I think 3 or 4% even. So I was like in some couple of position, which surprised me that I had so high risk reward, right? It's just like I was risking more than usual. Why we want to play this safe game is just how the institutional plays, right? The mentality is important. After that, if you are good in trading, then you can borrow yourself money and leverage the the effect of economic scale, and then you will be more profitable, right? And so that's being said, you need to figure out your win rate, your positions. The position is a state to 12. I recommend, which I use, 1 2% at risk, and sometimes at risk only 0.5% in major time. Many times I have 0.5% risk, which I don't like market. And this feeling when I don't like market is this risk optimal risk. Is optimal, right? It doesn't mean you need to do it. It just mean, okay, in this case, okay, what is this gonna be the greatest way to have the smallest risk ever? If you have a position where you say, okay, I don't know 100% why I should take it, is this not an A plus setup? Is this like an A setup? Okay, and you feel it is gonna, with a little bit less likelihood is gonna happen than I take 0.5% position risk. So how you can risk calculate also your risk is gonna be another live stream, okay? But for now, let's keep it like this, okay? Okay. So what I'm thinking about, if it's gonna go higher from here, right? Or we gonna see a legs down. If it went over here to 180, I think I'm gonna be re-entering it. But overall, we see a clear sign of rejection, right? That's being said, is right now is like very interesting how it's looking like, right? So that's being said, let's be careful over here and wait for reaction. I think it could also be still in this parallel channel, right? And I love those parallel channel because it is tell us where the price is gonna be, and each time we correct it to the downside, all right? And I will be compounding here, but let's leave it right now here. So so that's being said, let's watch it carefully. And right now, let's analyze Litecoin, right? Litecoin has been also quite interesting. LTC USDT over here. So when we look at Litecoin, there is a lot of opportunity for the downsides over there, right? I was thinking about longing it over here, but right now it doesn't look that positive, right? Ah, yeah, look at this. As we have the middle of the parallel channel. Okay. So I would be also looking, still nothing changed for me. On my upside, still a couple of resistance there. But yeah, correction on Ethereum and so on. But let me summarize everything what we have learned today. Is very important. Those are the three things which is gonna change you trading. Here are, okay. Here is it. Three things that can change your trading. So that's being said, the three thing is gonna change your trading is no one is right. The first one is no one is right. Okay, in trading. You need to understand this and manifest it. Okay. The number one, okay, let me. So three things that's being said, three things that can change your trading over here. The number one is no one is right in trading. Only trust yourself. Listen and don't get influenced by it. Okay, because it could be someone with 20 years experience telling you something, someone with 6 months experience telling you something different. No one's right. It is only about your strategy, age, system, structure, timing, risk management, and the risk reward to losing streaks to the win rate. Okay, and all if you have this information as a trader, this three key information, then you have win it. Be open-minded. The second one, be open-minded and listen to everyone what the other people say, but don't get influenced, don't get your trading bias from it. Just listen and understand. If someone is accurate, then he's accurate. If someone is not accurate, it's gonna confuse you in even more. Sometimes I do trades and even see positions and directions, and the market still could be pushing higher, even if I see potential for short, but eventually it's gonna be short, right? After 1 week, 2 weeks, it's gonna happen. And when it's happened, then I am right again. So many people doesn't care about your opinion and so on. So just be sure everyone has his own opinion and don't get influenced by it. And we talked about one thing also, one way to lose less in trading. If we had an account of 1,000, and this is going to be the right way to do the risk management. Okay, one of the ways to do the risk management. The optimal risk for each position should be on an institutional level is between 1 to 2%. Okay, and we want to have 10 to 12 position open, and my current win rate, okay, we want to have it above 60%, and my win rate is 83%, and with risk reward ratio 1 to 2.5. Okay, not always, but majority of the times. Okay, what a maximum I can lose in this case is almost 25% of my account, right? This is almost 25% of my account. If all my 12 position get stop loss hit, the likelihood of that happening is a 17%. Okay, and we need also a maximum, okay, a maximum of return of 33%. Okay, ROI. We need an ROI of 33 to get back to the break even. The likelihood we lose the whole entire account, the 1,000, okay, with our strategy, is almost zero. Okay, it's almost zero, so we will not be blowing our account. It could be sometimes we take a hit and then we grow it back, right? It's very important to understand this, the break even point also. Hey everyone, this was a great live stream today. Thank you very much, and see you next week with much more information, much more new analysis, and maybe tomorrow, if I had some time, I will be also going live tomorrow, and eventually see you next week. I'm gonna be going live again with a lot such information. If you like it, don't forget comment, sharing it, so a friend also benefit from it, a family member also. And comment is very important. This pushes the algorithm and it helps us to reach